Welcome to the Northfield Disability Forum!
At Northfield Disability Forum, we want to make sure that we are changing beliefs and attitudes around disability and long-term health conditions. We also want to overcome barriers within our local area and make sure that things are more accessible and inclusive for us. And also, we want to make sure everything is inclusive and diverse and equal for each and every one of us living within the Northfield and surrounding areas that encompass the Northfield Disability Forum.
What have you got out of coming to the forum?
Since I've been involved in the Northfield Disability Forum, I have kind of felt like there's a group of people that more understand disability and some of the fights we have to fight.
So I'm a parent carer for my daughter who's 20 years old. Disability Forum has been a safe place for me to come and voice my concerns.
Important for me to have a community group in my area to support my needs, because it's important for anyone to be in a community of some kind, in my opinion. And given the fact that I do have certain needs and difficulties, people need to know and understand it so that they can support me and talk to me. And I do feel it is very, very important to be part of a community. It's just a good feeling to have and to know that there are people there that have sort of like got your back.
Feel very listening to open me about stuff like what's in the area, if there's any where if I have a problem personally, I know where to go.
I think it's important that myself and my son are part of an inclusive community, because it gives us the opportunity to meet with others, it gives us the opportunity to connect, share experiences, and sometimes those experiences can be positive but both negative, but also find out what other services and what other support might exist in the community around us.
And support lead me the way, show how to use my voice.
Why is it important to have your voice heard?
I like to be heard, but sometimes people cannot understand what I'm saying. It's the way it used to me. But as I have a speech impairment, and if it's a noisy environment, people will hear me properly.
Well, I've always thought that being quite vocal and getting your voice heard in the community is really important. I've always kind of done that anyway. So to have a group now within Northfield that can help people that maybe wouldn't have normally had their voice is heard is really important.
It's important that our voices are heard, because sometimes people with disabilities, they don't get involved, and they might have struggles to do that.
Yeah, it's important to have my voice heard within my community, because people need to know my needs so that they can support me and understand the difficulties. I would say I've got a hidden disability. You wouldn't necessarily know that I am autistic by looking at me and things, and people don't always understand about autism and things.
So I could be independent.
I want to give my voice out to my daughter who can't communicate, so I have to be her voice.
Yeah, it's really important for me that my son's voice is heard, and important for him so he can be fully included and people understand his needs and how to support him appropriately.
If you live with a disability or long-term health condition, or you care for someone with one of those conditions, and you live in the Northfield area, including wards Allans Cross, Wheelie Castle, West Heath, Longbridge, Rubery, Frankley or Kings Norton, you'd be really welcome to get involved in the forum.
Nothing about us without us!